22 साल के अरसे के बाद, जैसे आप फरमा रहे थे,
After 22 years.
हाँ जी, मैं 2002 में यहाँ से निकला था श्रीनगर से। 2024 एक साल हो गया वापस आए हुए। तो दिल की ख्वाहिश यही थी कि दुनिया तो देख ली अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, पर यही ख्वाहिश थी कि वापस आऊँ, कम बैक टू माई होमलैंड and be able to contribute and do something for my home community, and that's what got me back.
ये हमेशा सताता था बाहर?
हमेशा सताता रहा, पहले दिन से, जिस दिन से मैं निकला उस दिन से ये सताता रहा कि कैसे वापस आऊं. And more so, I might add here, I have aging parents. That was a driving force. Put together old age parents, frail. They did for me what every parent does for their child. But I wanted to give back a little bit to them and to my parent place, which is my homeland, Kashmir. And I feel privileged and happy कि अल्लाह ताला ने दियुत में ये तौफीक बहुत वापस यत थोड़ा बहुत अगर कह पन्ने कम्युनिटी खतर करित सो अल्लाह ताला से जिनायत.
तो डॉक्टर साहब, चूंकि ये सफर थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए कि आपने पहला किडनी ट्रांसप्लांट किया है, उसके बाद आप यूएस गए, इंग्लैंड गए, बाकी कंट्रीज में, ममालिक में आपने दुनिया देखी है, दुनिया भर के पेशेंट्स को इलाज किया है. अपने सफर के बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए हमें.
इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन. देखिए, मैं 1981 में मैंने मेडिकल कॉलेज यहाँ श्रीनगर से अपना, हाँ जी, ज्वाइन किया. 1986 में तालीम MBBS कंप्लीट किया. उसके बाद अल्लाह ताला के फजल से आई वाज प्रिविलेज्ड. आई हैड अ मेंटोर, प्रोफेसर महमूदा खान. व्हाटएवर लिटिल सर्जरी,
she's your mentor.
She's my mentor. She has been my, I have been to the West, but wallahi, it's from the core of my heart that I want to
You
thank
still
her.
value.
I do. She's an old woman now, but the values she inculcated in me, that went a long way in shaping my surgical
So
career.
does it matter for the generations who are watching as of now, these values? Does it matter?
It really does. It really does. I mean, she was a lady who had trained in the United States back in the 50s. And then she came back again. I believe she had an old father whom she came to look after here.
Which is why she came.
Which is why she came. And then she headed the department of general surgery in medical college.
So इत्तेफाक ये भी है, आप भी आए अपने parents के लिए.
Allah ke fazl
Wow,
se. And
what a value.
Honestly, I'm privileged. She has taught me the basics in surgery. So that's when I got my initial surgical training. फिर मैं मद्रास गया. मद्रास में उसके बाद इंस्टीट्यूट चला गया. इंस्टीट्यूट,
अच्छा, पहले इंस्टीट्यूट चले गए.
जी
अपने स्किम्स.
हाँ जी. I was in SKIMS. I was a consultant in general surgery there. I did about 4 or 5 years of general surgery before, जब मैंने urology के लिए फिर 3 साल में मद्रास चला गया. मद्रास से urology training की. And I happened to be, this is again interesting, it might be interesting for the public. I was involved with the first cadaver kidney transplant at Apollo Hospital, Madras in 1996.
Great, sir.
तो उसके बाद अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वापस आया. 1998 में वापस ज्वाइन किया इंस्टीट्यूट. 1 जुलाई 1999 अल्लाह के फजल से and by parents की दुआ से I was able to be a part of the first kidney transplant of J&K, 1 July 1999. उसके बाद I was 3 years. I stayed back at the institute. 2002 तक इंस्टीट्यूट में रहा. I was an associate.
Only 3 years.
After 99.
After this kidney
After
transplant.
the kidney transplant.
Okay.
Till 2002, I was at the institute. Again, for reasons which I don't want to make public, I had to. I mean,
there are certain reasons which are never to be.
Which go to you.
Exactly.
Which go with you.
Which you keep there. Only.
Which you keep there. There's no point discussing in public. I had to leave. I left in 2002. फिर 2002 में I went to England. I was in England in a place called Maidstone, where I was for about 4 odd years.
So was this crave or something for the medical sciences, or it was something which drew you to different countries?
No, to be honest with you, I'm happy you asked me this question. I never wanted to leave Kashmir.
Okay.
Wallahi,
ever.
Never. It was not in my wildest dreams I would have thought that I would one day leave Kashmir. I was happy with what I was doing in Sher-e-Kashmir Institute. But as I said, for reasons which is beyond the discussion of this scope of this discussion,
I can understand.
I don't want to make it public. Right or wrong, I had to leave. I left in 2002. I landed in England. And alhamdulillah, I was able to do a fellowship in uro-oncology, especially cancer surgery, prostate cancer surgery, bladder cancer surgery, testicular cancers, and things like that, kidney cancer surgery. And I was lucky to be trained. Once again, I want to name my mentor in England. There's a gentleman called Professor Gulzar Mufti. He's a Kashmiri guy.
He's a Kashmiri again?
The first MCH student pass out from J&K, Professor Gulzar Mufti. He was a professor and director of the hospital where I got. He gave me a break in England, and I was lucky to have spent time with him. He again mentored me. My skills got honed over these 4 years I was in England. But then again, I decided to move from England. The reason being, those days, the job situation was extremely tight.
Okay.
To become a consultant means you are an independent practicing consultant. It had to be a cutthroat.
Oh.
So I found it rather, things have changed now.
Now things have changed.
One go changes. I mean, a lot of Kashmiris are consultants in different departments there. But those days, way back in the early 2000s, it was different.
The scenario was completely...
It was entirely different. So I decided to move to the US. My brother lives in the US. I have a lot of family in the US. Bebuju, Dana Pani.
Dana Pani,
it was destiny. So I moved to the US in 2007. And then, alhamdulillah, I'm happy I went to the US because the US is a different ball game. The sky is the limit in the United States. You just have to be an honest, hardworking, average human being. You don't have to be superlative to do well in the US. That country just helps you. If they find talent, absolutely. If they find talent,